disappear once elected, only to reappear 5 years later seeking for re-election. Here on Pledge Watch, our core mandate is to ensure that we are putting them to task on the promises they made. We ask what they have fulfilled, what they have not, and why they have not. And so tonight, we go all the way to Busia County, and Nangina Ward member of County Assembly, that is Honorable John Obwogo, is on board. Has he represented his people as expected? It's something that we'll be asking him tonight. So welcome to the program. This is Pledge Watch once again. My name is Linda Alela. Good evening, Mheshimiwa. Now that you're joining us on Skype.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too.
Yes, and members of your ward are waiting to hear from you. We start off with the promises that you've made. This is your second term as member of County Assembly, something that most of the MCAs have not had the chance to, experience. A majority of the MCAs that were elected on the first term, that is in 2013, were phased off. What is this special thing that you did that got you being re-elected?
I want to represent, articulate, and bring development to my ward. That was my secret weapon, and it is up to today.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's delve deep into what you had promised your people, because then obviously you come in with promises at that point of, making, campaigns at this particular time. There are a couple of things that you promised your people, and of course they are looking forward to see to it whether indeed you've been able to ensure that they get this. I mean, among them, they talked about the aspect of education. You promised so much on how best you can deal with the roads, on matters health, on water security, and of course, so much so. Then one would want to ask, were these promises within your mandate or within your core mandate, or they were just promises that you're making, and then it reaches a point whereby it becomes hard to fulfill them?
Thank you. In the first place, I want to appreciate the people of Nangina Ward and the entire Funyula, Sasabo County, because one, they elected me from the streets to an office. And I believe once I was given an opportunity, I proved them right. That is why they gave me a second chance. When I was elected, before I was even elected, I had my green card. And possibly, Linda, if you allow me, give me a sector by sector, so that I'm able to see what I achieved and the challenges. Then thereafter, I'll be able to discuss these other issues. But what I'm saying is, I proved beyond. Funyula as a constituency, we have 4 elective positions in terms of county assembly. To your surprise, it's only me or I who went back. My other 3 colleagues went home because they were promoted to another level, either in the village or elsewhere. So my concern is, can you allow me, with your permission, that you interrogate me department by department, so that I do tell the public, my resident, my electorate, my achievements and challenges.
All right, that's amazing. And I think that's exactly it, because we have a cool 45 minutes so that we go department by department. The ones that we've not captured, it is for you to tell us that you have captured on this. So let's speak about, the campaign promises that you touched on. And you said your biggest interest was to revolutionize the image of the ward. Do you suppose you have achieved that so far?
So far, beyond reasonable doubt. And with that, you allow me attack a department by its nature.
Yes.
When I was elected in Nangina Ward, my platform was to remain with my people, in my people, with my people, and towards my people. When I was elected, Nangina Ward, the infrastructure had an issue. You couldn't move from Kabodo or Diado to Kabodo. You couldn't move from Kabodo to Bomala. In fact, Kabodo was a nightmare. But today, as we speak, in terms of roads, we may not have done so well, but a common mwananchi, the Wanjiku, the Anyango on the ground,
right,
will tell you we've had elections since 1963. They have never seen a road like the one they are seeing today. So in terms of roads, if I have to go very fast so that I don't waste most of your time and my time. In 1963, when Funyula and the entire Kenya celebrated the independence, the agenda of politicians who have no agenda, including the ones who want and they have no agenda, used to talk about we will open up roads. And at one time, for one to move from Kabodo to Bumala, he used to use like 200 shillings.
Right.
I'm alive to the fact that my mentor is the former Vice President, Mheshimiwa Mudi. And one thing he told me is that you can't lead without people. And if I have to divert the language, you may not be so fluent or amused of it. Mheshimiwa told me, ukienda kwa siasa, lazima ukuwe na vitu viwili. Either ukuwe na pesa ama watu.
Right.
To me, I didn't have money, I don't have money today. But I have people. So far, I'm ready to go in politics.
All right, Mheshimiwa, just to come in, normally we've had issues, especially when it comes to the aspect of roads, on whose exactly mandate it is, because you find that there's always a tussle between the county governments, then this extends to the level of the constituency, and even worse to the level of the MCAs. So a majority of MCAs that I've hosted here have said that they have not done, like a proper tarmac road, but they've just recapped it, they've just maintained the road. So in this case, are we speaking of a scenario of just maintenance of the roads or actual tarmac roads?
The aspect of tarmacking purely lies on the economic aspect of the entire area. For the county or the national government to endeavor, appropriate, and commit funds towards a road, it all revolves about the economic aspect of the destination of the same road. So to us, as MCAs, in fact, to be very firm, clear, and to the point, we are tasked to ensure that we maintain feeder roads towards the main roads that are either maintained or worked on by Kenha or CARE. And to me, Avota has no road in the county, Avota has no road at the national government. What they want is, are these roads passable? Are they able to go from one place to the other? So to me, the aspect of national, county, is an entity in my leadership. As long as my people are able to move from one place to the other, I'm comfortable.
There's been perennial cases of flooding across, of course, the Busia County. I don't know whether the people of Nangina are highly affected, because at some point in time, we've seen you with the governor, so Peter Ojamog, traversing the county and taking a look at the floods and how they've damaged the shambas down there and the farms at large and also the roads. How is the situation?
The situation on the ground is that we may not be seriously affected or infected as the Bunyala and the Tesonot. But squarely we are affected in one way or the other. Because as we are talking, out of flood, Munana Dam, we have lost 4 cases, 4 boys and a girl. And the national government has nothing to talk about it when it's their function. So whatever Jamangu does, and I want to thank him, where he's able to bring in a packet of water, packet of flour, mchele, he has always done it. And to me, I feel we have more than what you have done. All the family foods, after every other thing, he has been supportive. You can call the local Wanjiku, not the boys in Nairobi, Kibera, no, those who are on the ground. See how it goes up.
All right, now that you spoke about the governor himself, he's amongst the governors that have faced a lot of allegations on matters, corruption, on the aspect of removal of office, that push at some point in time by, even some few members of the county assembly. I mean, do you suppose then that these talks of removing him from office are validated or are justified in any way?
Are there ways? Are there grounds? You know, you have mediocracy statements.
Yeah.
You know, Linda.
Yes.
I enjoy having been the first assembly.
Yeah.
The counter assembly. Hello?
Yes, Mheshimiwa, I can hear you.
Yes. So the issue, the idea, ideology of Sospito Jaun being impeached, to me, are news.
Yes, the talk of impeachment, not new, but of course talks of, the fact that there's need to remove him from office. Of course, talks of, some level of corruption allegations made upon him. You would say it is new, but why you? Some argue, and this I am actually picking from some of the questions that people have asked. Because then I have engaged your members of the ward before getting to you, and even people of Busia County. And the argument would be, why is it then that Mheshimiwa is so much in support of the rule of Ojamong amid all these allegations?
To me,
yeah,
what I believe, there's the difference between ideas and witch hunt.
Okay.
To me, the case at hand today over misappropriation, and I want to be very specific, of Madam R, over the alleged and purported 8 million. By then, I was in the budget as a vice chair.
Yeah.
We did appropriate the funds. And, some of these people talk not having the knowledge of the PFM Act.
Right.
The law says, and I want, if there is anyone who is bold, to ask another serious question, that in the case of an eventuality, the governor, with the consent of the county assembly through the budget and appropriation committee, is allowed to use funds and later on report to the assembly. Linda, this was done.
Yeah.
We steamed. Madam R came on the ground. He collected what he was able to, but along the way, we heard that our governor apparently was under investigation.
Yeah.
To us, we support, let the law take its course, but nature will also have its course.
All right.
So
away from the aspect of the governor, one then would want to ask, at this time that you are at the helm, of the Budget and Appropriation Committee, questions were raised on why the 2018-2019 budget approval was in limbo. And of course, under your watch, what transpired, if you tell us today?
There's nothing like the budget being on limbo. As we talk today, the county government of Busia is in need of almost 1.3 billion that the national government has not released to us. But mwananchi anajua tulimwambia tutaleta maji, tutaleta hii, hatuleti na mashati yetu wala viatu. We need the funds to bring these things.
True.
So our biggest problem is the Senate, ambao wanastahili to protect the county government. We have not received the money, especially in Busia.
All right. So the Senate, in a way, to you, has failed?
Not that it has.
Yeah.
I confirm.
If they fail to execute their mandate, if they are the people who are drawing you behind or aback, wouldn't you confidently say that indeed they have failed to execute their mandate?
No, to me, I believe every leader has a portion to play in life.
Yeah.
And when you are not playing your part well, then it's upon the mandate of those people who elected you also to tell you you've not done as well. So to me, the Senate is a legal body. I support it, but I caution them to wake up and do their part.
Right. All right. Away from that, let's go back to the departments. Oh, yes?
And we cannot just rubbish it out.
Yes.
The assemblies, somebody will ask you in a
A fund must have a manager. It must have an accountant.
Yeah.
The Act allows it to give the financial records after quarterly. You must account for what you are given.
Yeah.
In Busia, we don't have a fund. We only have programs. To us, we propose, the executive implements.
Yeah.
Linda?
Yes, Mheshimiwa, I can hear you.
Keen on you?
Yes.
Next question.
All right, of course, I would wanted to ask who's undoing is that we do not have that at that level, but all the same, let's proceed to this other department that we're talking about and the aspect of education. Amongst the promises that you made, you're going to make changes down there. And somebody here is asking, you said that you're going to give desks to primary schools, and you said that in Odiado School and Wahungu Secondary, you will actually award them buses, but you did not give them. Is it the case? And if it is the case, then why not?
Very good. Is it a devolved function?
But you see, the question is this. The common Mwananchi does not focus much on what the Constitution says about the role of an MCA. And, when you stand on the podium seeking to get, pulling your campaign and seeking to be elected based on these promises that you give, that is exactly what they're going to question on.
Linda?
Yeah?
I want you to take back whoever has asked. Sawa?
Yes.
In my previous budget,
yes,
I did allocate 7.2 million to buy Odialdo bus. Until the control of budget, then Agnes Odiambo rejected and told me this is not your function. Upon that.
All right, then Mheshimiwa, one would want to ask, at what point then does, a member of county assembly or any person who's vying for a political post, at what point do they sit down to understand what is expected of them? So before they go out there to campaign, they ensure that they stick within what is enshrined in the Constitution as their mandate. Because when you make this promise...
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah?
Linda,
Yes.
I want to put you on task.
Right.
And I want you to be... Unasema namna gani? Unasema
nikuwe mpole.
Relax na.
Yes.
And one thing, I know my mandate.
Right.
It's just like other people will ask you, alisema hatasimama mara ya tatu, kwa nini amesimama? Is that what the Constitution says?
Yeah. Well,
and that's whoever is asking such silly questions does not understand the meaning of the Constitution.
Yes.
And the
yeah.
So what we are saying is, in the first term, Linda, before these other things were tightened, we were even giving salaries to secondary school, to other institutions, which is not a devolved function. But upon the second term,
right,
Mheshimiwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta tightened everything and said, stick to your responsibilities. And let me tell you, even today as we are talking, if I was given time, I will spend all the ward programs to ensure that all my areas, I only have 3 secondary schools, Odiado, Ahungu, and Nangina.
Yeah.
Do all that it takes before that time, just to challenge them. Kama kuna mtu anauliza kutoka Odiado, muulize the facility that is in Odiado.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, but Mheshimiwa, from what I gather is that there's a clear disparity and there's not so much of a clear understanding of what is expected of members of county assembly or even leaders at any jurisdiction. And I mean, what is being done so that the common Mwananchi on ground understands what is within the mandate of an MCA, what is within the mandate of an MP, what is within the mandate of a governor, so they do not point fingers at the wrong people.
We have what we call the county government structures.
Yeah.
The Constitution also allows us to do what we call public participation. Like in Busia,
yes,
our structures are almost done.
Right.
We have the ward administrator,
right,
the village administrators. The last stage we are getting into, is the council of villagers, village areas, village councils.
Right.
So what you are saying is, you know, some of us were asking so many questions online and was up.
Yeah.
Ask them, when did they last appear in the village? Zero.
But actually, Mheshimiwa, interestingly, this is not, you know, a leader who's asking this. This is just a common mwananchi who's asking this. Probably, yes, like you say, they've not been in the county for the longest of time. But don't you suppose then that it means there's a lot that needs to be done some more? Because if at this time and age, you've been in power, I mean, or you've been on the helm since 2013 up until today, and a person can still come out to ask such a question. Don't you think then that they still need to pull some more?
It can be done as long as resources are available.
Yes.
We don't do public works with our own pocket money. The PFM Act provides money for public participation.
Okay.
And I want to thank Sospito Jamo for having allowed us to do the same.
Right.
We publish and publicize. Kwa magari, kwa magazeti, tutakuwa hapa kesho, and our common ground is normally CDF or SEK.
Right.
Funyula. The last time we had the same was in Sioport. I was the guest speaker.
Right.
To census the people over this budget. How many of these local that we call local appeared to ask these questions?
Okay. Coming to power, stima ambayo pia umesema ni very important for the people. And again, another person asking what happened to stima in Buangangi and Ebupala. Does this fall within your mandate?
Buangangi is in my area of jurisdiction. Ebupala is my area of jurisdiction.
Right.
Can I report live now?
Yes, we're listening to you.
When we talked of power, our people are too greedy to a level that they want. Hata mtu ikikanyaga kwa shamba yake alipwe.
Okay.
We have a transformer already at Madivira.
Right.
And people are already enjoying the same power. Those who want payment for them to have power and water, let them wait until they pay themselves. Yeah, you know,
wouldn't you want the same Mheshimiwa, that hii stima hii transformer inawekwa kwa shamba yangu, hii portion kidogo labda ningelima mahindi mbili tatu, why don't they pay me something small for it?
It's not within my mandate. Mine is service. Payment is another level.
So you know, the people should be told that in as much as maybe they would want to have that dream of having power, it's not anytime soon.
No, let me tell you, there's something I want to share with you.
Yes.
That we must also educate our people.
Yeah.
Nothing comes on a silver platter. It's an issue of give and take. When I started the issue of Mujur Water Project, and because it's related to power, that is why I'm keen on highlighting the same.
Yes.
When I started the issue of Mujur Water Project, there was an issue of buying land. You must pay me. You must do this. We agreed a small plot to a tune of 400,000. Then when the money was almost being released, in our normal cocoons, we now said we want 600.
Yeah.
Then when this money has been paid, we are now saying, Lakini, I also want an extra water kiosk and a transformer in my area.
Okay.
Is it business or service?
Oh.
You know, let's be factual.
Yes.
The Bupata area, initially when I took over power, they didn't have even a road.
Yeah.
Take them to task and let them come and challenge me.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a power line. Today, they're able to see Kenya Power from the other end, although all those are south. But we are saying Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah.
And the Bupala area have invested with the county government over 28 million fisheries today.
Right.
So you cannot say that now that tunatoka hapa, everything must come here. The resource envelope is small and it must be distributed equitably.
Right.
So tell them, I'm keen on them, I'm keen on their needs, but resource is a challenge.
But there is hope. I mean, hope is nigh in terms of, how you're going
hope
to...
Hope is there as well as...
All right. Okay?
Hello?
Yes.
Still on you. Tell them there's hope.
Yeah.
I know the course.
Yes.
I know the way. I'll take them to the same way as long as I'm still there.
All right. All right, they're listening to you. And let's come to also something to do with bursaries, which is also crucial in matters education. And there have been claims that county bursaries are, sort of more of a corrupt activity as people apply, but in vain. What would you say about this? Mheshimiwa?
Hello?
Yes, I'm saying there have been claims that... Yes, can you hear me?
Watu wako ndio wanainterrupt na simu. That is why unaona nikikatika.
Pole. Ungeweka, Are we okay now?
I'm okay.
All right. So my question is this. There have been claims that, at the level of the county, the bursaries are a corrupt activity based on the fact that a majority of people will apply, but in vain. I mean, what would you say about these claims?
Claims are not confirmed.
Yes. When I say claims, it's because people on ground, literally people on ground, have complained about this.
It's okay, but can you also ask them?
Yes.
Is bursary a devolved function, or is a favor, or a wish list that an MCA would wish that it happens?
Right.
To me,
I'm
the only MCA. Let it go on record and tell them to challenge me on that.
Yeah.
I'm the only MCA who gave out 9,000 to every university student in 2014.
Okay.
9,000 each, without application, as long as the name is there. But when our hands were tied, do I give bursary from my pocket?
When you say your hands are tied, what exactly transpired for you to reach that point where you say, at this point we had money and we gave out, but now our hands are tied?
Yes. And it's now clear. Uhuru has given a direct direction.
Yes.
Kwamba kila mtu afanye mandate yake.
Ndio.
Usikanyage nafasi ya mbunge na mbunge usikanyage nafasi ya MCA. Kwani mimi nataka nikuwa hungu ama alukwe kushikwa kwa kufurahisha watu.
But you see, this is interesting, Mheshimiwa. Why I'm laughing is because, again, I've hosted a couple of other MCAs and they brag on how much they give bursaries. I mean, as late as last month. And then one would want to ask, I mean, at what point then that this becomes, the mandate of the members of, the members of course, the county assembly and also the MPs?
As we are talking today,
yes,
I have checks worthy 340,000 held in the county assembly, in the county government, ready to be leased out. Are you getting me?
Yes.
But because of this COVID, we are not able to give out these checks. Then 3, priorities are different.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not copying from who is doing what.
Yes.
Priorities are the same.
All right.
Wewe utachimba maji, mimi nitaleta stima. They are all services.
Okay.
So tell them, MCAs who are bragging, time will tell.
All right, time will tell indeed, like you say. And let's give credit where it's due. At least there's also one person that, sent a message and said, because we were trying to actively involve the people on ground on our social media pages. And one person said that Obwogo has done so much for residents of Mauko. So we give credit to you on that one. He appreciates that you indeed have done so much for the people. But this, again, is cause for celebrations, but equally there's another person who feels otherwise. And this time around, Busia Women Representative Lawrence Mutua has on several occasions labeled you as incompetent. Why do you suppose it is the case?
To me, Mutua is a politician who is allowed to make careless, reckless statements.
Okay.
I'm incompetent. Is okay. Ameleta hospitali ngapi? Nangina. Barabara amelima ngapi?
Okay. All right. I'm listening to you, Mheshimiwa.
Leader, to me, when I said, and I want to repeat and take it on record, so that it will be used.
Yes.
Wakati wa campaign, because I know that is the flamboyant boys.
All right.
Want to be. Yes. I told Mutua, mimi na Nangina ni Raila Amolo Odinga. I want you to quote that.
Yes.
Na nikasema, sisi wa Busia tunapigianga Raila 99%
kura. Lakini ukasema kwamba he's taking you for a ride.
Na nikasema, we cannot be used all through to vote. We are not supermarkets. I don't miss my words.
Okay.
We also want roads. We want airstrip. We want water.
There's been claims that you, as members of the county assembly and also the leaders of Busia County, are the very same people who are stopping the benefits of the handshake to get into Busia County. What would you say about these claims? And I think, Florence herself is actually the person who was saying that, there's so much fruit on the handshake, but these leaders are not allowing that to get to Busia County.
Yesterday.
Yes.
After study. Linda?
Yes.
Tell the residents of Nangina that I'm committed and the budget has gone through.
Yes.
Funyula will never be the same. Tunaweka lami.
Okay.
Kuweka within the streets, like 1 or 1.5 kilometers.
Right.
To change the face. To show the residents of Nangina that we are committed. Jana, CS Eugene was inspecting an airstrip up in Nangina. And we have been promised 50 million as a jump start to ensure that after mimi nikitoka kuona Nairobi, sina watu hapa na baiskeli inaenda nyumbani.
Right.
Let them bring issues, not complaints.
Yeah. All right, but you see, sometimes it's hard to overlook, especially when, people are talking of the fact that the leadership of Busia County has squarely left this for the governor himself to just figure out how development is going to be witnessed and felt in Busia County. And as much as maybe it is also his core mandate as the governor, I think it's only fair that he works hand in hand with the members of the county assembly, with the members of parliament. So when we talk about the politics in Busia County, do you suppose that, as someone would claim, it is more of party politics than developmental politics?
Hello.
Sorry?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Mheshimiwa. Can you hear me? It's okay. All right, we are live, Mheshimiwa, remember. So we are recording this for... Mheshimiwa? Break. Well, let's take a short break and allow Mheshimiwa pick that phone call, and then we'll be coming back with much more. And welcome back to Pledge World. Nangina MCA is with us this evening. John Obwogo, thank you so much for your time once again, Mheshimiwa. And we come back to you. And still on that particular note that we left it at, the biggest question then would be, as many would argue, do we have more of party politics in Busia County as opposed to developmental politics?
Come up again.
Do we have more of party politics as opposed to developmental politics in Busia County?
As our motto says,
yeah,
united for development. Parties aside, focus on development.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's just straight to the point. So you are saying that you're justified in a way sometimes to focus on matters party. Anyway, that aside, COVID-19 and the country is dealing with that, the global fraternity is dealing with that.
Linda?
Yes, sir.
Come up again.
I'm saying, well, away from that, the country is dealing with COVID-19 as it stands today. At some point in time, 8 million was channeled towards dealing with this from the MCAs. The biggest question then would be, what more is being done towards ensuring that we are able to tame the spread of COVID-19 within Busia County, knowing very well that we also are grappling with the aspect of, many truck drivers from that side?
Record side. Linda?
Yes, sir.
We passed 103, not 8 million.
Eight that was given. No, this is 8, but that was given. I channeled earlier on the inception stage to, of course, assist on the same from the MCAs. Or
from national or county?
From the members of the county assembly. From their
Zero.
kitty, or they added to the kitty of COVID-19.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
At the old level, we have received 0.
Okay.
Then 2, the narration of allocation is still a rhetoric question to answer. 3,
yeah,
we passed 103, still waiting national government to disburse. 4, we've been added 100 million from the, from the national government.
Yes.
0 have we received.
Which has not been received just yet.
So when we receive, we'll be back on you, serve our people.
So what is the excuse of you not receiving these monies? I know it cuts across the country, but I mean, have you been explained to why it is taking time?
As an assembly and as a county, we have no excuse. We are given all the legislative arms, all the support, all the bills. We are waiting to receive up to today.
That's pretty much unfortunate. As you wait, Mheshimiwa, there's been suspension of lots of projects, lots of activities at the level of the county, and even coming all the way to the level of the ward. So what are you putting in terms of measures, or what are you doing yourself as the MCA to ensure that by the time you exit the stage, come, of course, 2021, you'll have, delivered on the promises that you had given to the people, looking at the time frames and looking at the difficulties that we're facing right now?
You've said expulsion of projects, not in Nangina Ward.
Suspension. So it is actively ongoing.
Not in Nangina Ward.
All right.
As we talk today, Nangina Ward have received 3 contractors on the site.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty much commendable. As we come to the bigger picture of it, the likes of Mluanda has not been in operation. Of course, we're talking about the aspect of cotton.
Hello?
Mluanda, I know it does not fall within your ward, but I'm expecting that probably there are conversations within the county assembly in terms of ensuring that there's revival of economic activities. So what is being discussed right now when you look at a scenario where the likes of Mluanda has not been in operational for a while right now, the aspect of the cotton industry, the sugarcane industry being highly, affected?
Linda, kindly, who funds Mluanda Ginnery?
Sorry?
Funds from which vote head is funding Mluanda Ginnery, county or national? 30 million, classify.
You tell us. That's why I said at the level of the county assembly, are there discussions revolving around that?
The national government.
Sorry?
30 million from national government, yeah? Yeah. I am not a spokesman for the constituency.
Oh, so in this case, you want to run away from that one. You cannot speak on basis of just being a member of the county assembly?
What I know, as we put legislation to support, we are eagerly waiting for the 30 million that Mheshimiwa Mdenya told us has been disbursed to his account. So we are waiting.
All right. Members of the county assembly, at some other points would receive approximately around 25 million a year. How do you account for this?
We don't receive money, we receive programs.
Yes.
Monies are left in the executive.
All right. So the executive decides on how this is going to be disbursed.
We have no ward development fund.
All right.
We only have ward development programs. So,
all right.
A fund has a manager, it has an account, it has checkbook.
Yeah.
Without fear and contradiction. Do I have anything in my ward? Zero. Okay. So, I account for projects. Next.
Right. Linda. All right, interesting. Now, you enjoy massive support from the women and the youth. One then would ask, is there anything that you have set aside for the men, for the oldies? Because in most cases, they will feel like they're left out. Everyone is talking about women empowerment, youth empowerment, and we in a way tend to forget them.
Yes, Linda, I enjoy.
I'm saying you enjoy massive support from the women and also the youths of your ward, and I am asking whether there's anything that is set aside to ensure that also the men are catered for in terms of development, in terms of empowering them.
The men?
Yes.
Before I go to the men,
yes,
can I account what the youth and the women have done to them?
Right.
Women are enthusiastic and focused.
Yes.
That is why
most focus
men at times. No, they are focused, resilient, supportive, and focused.
Okay.
I've used to focus 2 times. That is why I set aside a few coins for them. And results will always be seen. The youths.
Yeah.
They're agitating, curious.
Okay.
But little did they do with what you have given them. The men, they are lazy.
Okay.
Agitating, aggressive, but with zero focus.
Okay.
Take it to the bank.
All right. I think that is straight to the point. They need to up their game.
Yes.
All right, that's interesting, Mheshimiwa, calling it as it is. And now, as we get to wind up, what are your future plans in matters politics? Are you planning to, again, run for this MCA seat, or maybe, given a chance, you would extend to the level of the member, member of parliament?
That's not a question, because to me, the constitution is clear.
Okay.
An MP can run 100 times, an MCA can run 100 times, and focus on developing my ward first. Then after that, my development will walk the talk.
All right. And the people will decide. Thank you so much, Nangina.
I'm not limited to the constituency, neither worried of the ward. Either way, I'm able, capable, and willing.
All right. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. It was great having you this evening on Pledge Watch. Your people have heard you. And of course, when time comes, it is going to be for them to decide. Member of County Assembly in Nangina Ward, all the way in Busia, John Obwogo, thank you so much for your time, calling it as it is. Look forward to follow up on the developments at this particular ward and also the county at large. And we'll be here to ensure that at Pledge Watch, we update you and we ensure that the people get what it is that they were promised at a point of campaign. It was great having you this beautiful evening. Looking forward to seeing you again next Monday. My name is Linda Alela. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. That's the end of Pledge Watch. Good night.